Can't talk about this food without getting hungry.
I'll tell you, one of my goals has always been to eat a Yakko hot dog with Mr. Yakko himself, okay? And you may not be the original Mr. Yakko, but you certainly are the Mr. Yakko today.
Well, I'm the new king, that's true. But I used to be the prince when my father and my uncle were owners. Now I'm the king, as we joke about it.
Well, let's just go back for a second. Can you take a break from the hot dog? Okay.
Sure.
Let's go back just for a second because it was your grandfather we talked about back on Liberty Street when he first put it together. And today we have, then it went to your father, I guess, and your brother?
And my uncle.
Oh, your uncle.
My grandfather, his name was Theodore. Actually, in Italian, it was Diodoro. And then in the 40s, my father and my uncle, my father's name is Julius, and my uncle's name is Albert. They came into the business for many different reasons. My grandfather was ill. My father was helping out while he was going to Lehigh to keep the business going, and it just sort of developed. I bought the business back in 1991 and have been the owner for the last umpteen years. And my father and my uncle are still very much involved in helping me when I need help. But they did a great job. I mean, they're really the ones that took this business from a small corner place to what we know today as a traditional place here in town with 5 locations. They were very good businessmen.
Well, obviously, and when you come from that original wink where the girl says, "Do you have hot dogs?" to a point where, your grandfather passed it on to your father and now to you. I mean, it's just amazing how something could evolve. But obviously, they realized what they had a hold of, and they started to really treat it like a business.
Well, they did, and they had to do it as a business. But again, this is a family enterprise. This is in our blood. My sisters, in fact, my 4th generation is involved. My oldest son is involved and works for me out at our Emmaus store, and I have 3 other boys. So who knows? Hopefully this goes 4th and 5th generation, and we're here for when we're long gone.
I know a lot of people would complain if Yakko's wasn't around. Just in talking about this, which really intrigues me, let's talk about of course, where the stores are today, but also the kind of food that you serve.
Well, the food is everything. We're obviously well known for our hot dog, which is a specially blended hot dog. The recipe for that hot dog has never changed. We used to be with A&B Meats in the old days, and then with Medford's, and now Medford's has been bought by Hatfield back in the early 90s, and Hatfield continues the tradition of making this hot dog, especially for us. And it is part of the secret flavor. So we're really proud of that because that's not something, plus our hot dog is made every week for us fresh. That's not something that's typical in the industry.
Now, is it the same blend that's always been used?
Always the same blend. And you know what? Moms tell me that our hot dog sometimes the only hot dog that their kid likes. And our hot dog tastes great plain. Not that I recommend it because I love the chili sauce. But kids love our plain hot dogs because it is an excellent hot dog. And of course, the real secret of the hot dog is the chili sauce. We say the secret's in the sauce. And that chili sauce recipe is that chili sauce recipe is very secret. My grandfather passed it on to my father and my uncle, and they passed it on to me. I'm the one who makes it. I make it every week. Occasionally my father will help me out when I'm not available, but that's really the secret. And of course we have other great sandwiches, but we have a very simple menu. We have great cheesesteaks, which we call our chili cheesesteak. People love our hamburgers. They come for hamburgers. My favorite sandwich is our sausage sandwich. I love our sausage sandwich. Of course, we have great French fries, special crinkle cut. People love our French fries. And, of course, our Mrs. T's pierogies. There's nothing better than a Mrs. T's pierogi. We've been with them for 30 years, so I'm going to take a bite.
I know my son drags me into Yakko's because, and not only will he eat a full cheesesteak, but all 3 pierogies and a chocolate milk, and then he's saying, I'm stuffed, but it feels great.
Well, you mentioned chocolate milk. True Yakko traditionalists come in and get 2 hot dogs with everything and a chocolate milk. And I don't know what it is, but that chocolate milk and those hot dogs, they just taste great. And we still sell more chocolate milk than anyone. Our milk supplier, Rosenberger's, is just amazed at how much chocolate milk we sell.
I'll tell you, there's something that just makes it taste. That's my favorite. That's what I always get. Today I'm having a little soda here, but, usually it is chocolate milk. Well, I'll tell you, in talking more about, what happens at Yakko's, not only do you have great food, not only are you part of the tradition, but the employees seem to be more than employees in a lot of cases.
I think they're part of the family. They've always been treated as part of our family. I have employees whose sons and daughters work for us. We even have 3 generations of family that work for us. Fact is, I'm very blessed with having great managers. Many of them have been with me for 10 or 20 years. In fact, Ray Royer, one of my longtime employees, has been with us now 35 years. And he's just a great guy, and I go to him a lot to be sure I'm holding the tradition properly and doing the things the way that it used to be done. And of course, go ahead.
I think Ray's agreed to talk with us a little bit.
Yeah, I think you can get him to talk. Let's see.
Let's take a look at that, and then we'll come back and talk more.
Super.
On this particular segment, we're here with 2 guys that have been around Yakko's for a long time. And Ray, tell us a bit about yourself real quick. What is your last name?
My name is Royer, R-O-Y-E-R, Raymond Royer.
Okay, and you've been with Yakko's for quite a while. Tell us how long.
35 plus years.
And in 35 years, how does it make you feel? You've stayed here, you've done a lot. What does Yakko's mean to you?
I enjoy it very much. I enjoy making those hot dogs, serving the customers.
Making the hot dogs, enjoying the customers. Why is it they keep coming back?
Quality. You can't beat quality.
Now, this gentleman on my left here, you know him, right?
Dominic and I are very good friends for years.
And Dominic, you've been around Yakko's for a while. What's your last name?
Marciano.
And tell us a little about your history, because you started here a long time ago.
Oh, yeah. Well, I quit school to help the family. We had 13 in the family, originally from Scranton. All right, we had 13 in the family, and my dad had been laid off at the coal mines, and my brother, 2 older brothers that were older than I, they were in the service, so I more or less was the oldest one in the family. So I had to help to bring some money in the house there to help support the family. And it happened one Sunday. I stopped off at an Italian grocery store in Allentown. The 9th and Liberty was Gerolimo's. They're related to Yakko. That was Yakko's cousin there. And I went up there with my mother. One Sunday we were buying our Italian groceries. My mother said, "Hey, you have a job for my son Dominic." And Andrew said, "Yeah, you go down to Yakko's down there, Mr. See Teddy Iacoco down there, Liberty Street, between 6th and 7th Liberty. You see him, he's looking for a man." Went down there right away. Teddy said, "You want to start next week?" It was Sunday. He said, "You want to start Monday?" I said, "Sure."
How many years you think you've been with Yakko's?
Well, altogether with for the year I started, I would say, 1943, I would be, 59 years. A long time.
Now,
I like Yakko's. They're like a family. My family, I love them. They treated me nice, and I always liked Yakko's. And I said, even now, I retired from my regular job. I had worked at A&P, then I was a bank messenger. I wanted a part-time job because I had no hobbies. I don't fish, no hunting, golfing. I said, Gary, I went up to Gary. Gary, can you use me a part? You bet. Come on. There I work.
Let me ask you a question. For somebody watching this that has never been to Yakko's, what do you say to them?
Sir, you're gonna. If you've never tried a Yakko hot dog, this will be the best you've ever tried, because we're known the world over, and you'll come back for more. And I don't care. You have one now, you'll be back for another, which happened many times. We have customers from out of town. They stop off. Truckers alone, they don't even remember Yakko's name. They stop in for a Yakko every time they get into town.
Okay,
and
well,
they said, that's it.
Let's give Ray the last word here. Ray, if somebody said to you, they've never been to Yakko's, what would you say to them?
First, I tell them Yakko's is a well-done hot dog with the Yakko's chili sauce, the family secret. It's been his sauce for 80 years.